Okay, let's cover these ones real quick, because I'm losing daylight as usual. Unfortunately, there's graffiti on these ones. Ross does a good job at covering these a little more in depth than me, but I don't got that kind of time right now. Just kind of want to hurry up and be done with this. As I only came out here to mostly cover the workhouse and hunt for fossils and shells and stuff, and a few other things to point out and address, being the transition materials of which don't exist anywhere in that context. So I do believe in vitrified materials and actual melt and stuff, so I hope people aren't taking what I'm saying out of context. I got plenty of actual melt back at the house. And yet again, just another limestone masterpiece here. I'm gonna, of course, just skip out and going up and looking for biology, the marine biology, because I don't have to. Just want to quickly document this. Limestone architecture. Ha. I'm not going to go behind the buildings. I just want to get the fronts. Well, I guess we'll see. If I don't, I don't. I do, I do. Pretty intricate limestone work. I must say. Here we got the train, doing train stuff. I've seen stuff like that in Sioux Falls. What does that entail? There's things like that in Sioux Falls Park. Similar. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm going to pause this until I get to the next one. I'm also going to go on ahead and get the whole castle in the shot here, the video, as much as I can. And there it is, the limestone castle. The other structure's right here anyway, so let's go ahead and get this recorded. Because I go and get this side, seeing as I missed it. Got your modern crap added to it, which just looks completely out of place on these old architectures, of course. So that's the type of dumb shit we do. Just add dumb, ugly crap to everything. Okay, let's go ahead and start on this corner. And yes, Ross covered down here. So if you want to go look through his videos and find the videos of this location, do so, because I'm probably not going to go down there and cover anything. And then on that video, I pointed out in the comment that I think this might have been a ramp that came up through here. This, you got these two limestones. Look like a road might have led up to out here, and as an exit, you can kind of see how everything's shaped like a hill, like a ramp was here. An incline to drive in and out of here. In fact, it looks like they might be putting another one in here took out the old one and put another one in because they left the limestone. They're adding new stuff here. I see what they're doing. They're making a new ramp here, so you can come in and out right here. But anyway, enough of that. If you want to go check out Ross's videos where he covers down here, mulling around looking for stuff and finding things, do so. I'm probably not going to go down there. Let's go ahead and focus on covering these. Try to do it quick and thorough. Cool. Get more of it in view if I get back into the street here a little bit. Hopefully I don't get ran over. You'll notice the theme of these buildings, they all seem to follow the same theme. Even that first one, that first one I stopped at before I got here follows the same kind of limestone theme. I've seen quite a few of these buildings sprinkled out through Kansas City area like this that I have found on the Google Earth. Eventually I'll make my way to those spots and document them as well. This one's about covered already, so I can be done with this. And I'll probably go ahead and quickly cover the old fire station over there. Got the old bumps in here. Looks like things were there once. Try to go ahead and hurry up and cover this place and get out of here. People are looking at me through the windows like I'm crazy. We're into your work here. Pretty cool little portal there. Limestone portal. There's someone staying in the window there, so I'm not going to go down and capture him in there. So there's that. I'm going to be done with this one. Well, for the sake of hurry up and documenting this one, I'm going to do this one real quick and dirty because, yeah, about ready to head home. But might as well go ahead and show it to show it. Even though I do wager this one probably is slightly, or is a lot newer than the actual Whip Castle and the Workhouse. This one just gives off the vibes of being newer-ish. These don't look so janky, they look cut. I know it doesn't always indicate that they're new, but after you go from that more rustic castle look to this, this one does feel newer. Now, I'm not saying it's like 1931 new, but it definitely doesn't feel nearly as old as the Workhouse. I'd even wager that Big Stone Church in my other video has a lot of additions added onto it at some point. When, I couldn't tell you, but a lot of it does look like it was added at some point. It was extended. So yeah. Uh-huh. Now we got the more rough cut stuff over here. Bunch of biology sticking out. Wasn't trying to record all this, but there you have it. More fossil ferrous limestone. As it's not all equal. Got some more stuff sticking out here. Bunch of little shells, sorry for my shadow. The angle of the sun is not working with me at all at this point. But we do have this limestone wall through here. It does seem to transition to more rough limestone back here. So again, like I said, just because it gives off the appearance of being newer, I'm not saying it actually is, so please don't take that out of context. Here's a whole piece of something in this piece. This might be a big chunk of coral or something. That's fascinating. There's a weird deteriorated shell. Alright, this video's going on for way too long already. So just try to get this last one done real quick and call it a day. In fact, there's one more spot I want to get on the way home, so I need to hurry up and head out of here before it gets too much darker. It shows more of what I've been saying about the limestone foundations and the red bricks combo. Because they have recently took down yet another one of these old worlders, and it's exposing the evidence of what I've been saying. So yeah, with that, I guess I'm gonna end this here and get to my last spot on the way home. I'm here at this next spot of this now destroyed infrastructure, architecture, sorry. And it is built, has a limestone foundation and red brick built upon it. Let's see if I can't get in here and without getting in trouble. What are the odds of that? Look at this shit. It's crazy. Oh, that's a pretty cool piece. I'll probably come back and grab that. But let's try to go ahead and record some of this while I'm here. There's some of the limestone sticking out. This bunch of destroyed red brick. And tan bricks. These other various colors of bricks. A little piece of limestone in the mix here. But really what I was wanting to show is down here. Because I couldn't help but notice when I was driving past here, we can clearly see the limestone foundation. With of course the modern additions of cement added later. Or whenever the hell they did it. It could be old cement that just rendered over it, who knows. But at the end of the day, what we have here is a destroyed red brick building that used limestone for its foundation. Of course, it looks like there's a bunch of modern stuff going on here too, so who knows how many different renovations and stuff it's had. I don't think there's any stampers in here. It'd be super cool if I found some, but I don't think so. But all we have here is the usual suspect of evidence. The limestone. and the red brick built on top of it. You can see. It'd be cool to find some stampers in here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Couldn't tell you what this structure was. It looked like some sort of, got repurposed into some sort of factory or something. Hope this is capturing. I'm kind of just looking off it to see if I can't find stampers in here. There's all this destruction through here. Obviously demoed destruction. I'm also in a pretty sketchy part of town here off of Truman. So an old square nut. So this is definitely some older cement work here with the limestone built on top of it. Various red brick piled everywhere. Boy, there's a big old hole over here. Destroyed limestone foundation with red brick everywhere. If you go on the Google Earth, go back a year or however long, you'll see this structure here. But yeah, I don't think there's stampers in here, unfortunately. Would have been super cool. How weird. There's a bunch of water in there. I guess there's no drainage in here, obviously. Just destruction. Modern day destruction, of course. So yeah, there's not much to see here. I just wanted to quickly document this. And you got your usual obnoxious person trying to show off. Oh, someone's recording, let's be stupid. If that's the case. As you can see, the limestone structure foundation here goes underground. Right across the street from a bus station. So hopefully no one gets super loud and obnoxious. That's your standard red brick. There was another other destroyed red bricker somewhere off in this area that was fenced off. I couldn't find a way into that one, but I found a way into this one, so I'm taking a chance. There's the old columns down here. They're probably cement columns, so they're probably nothing too awesome. They look like cement columns. In fact, I don't know, they might be a type of limestone. Hang on. Yeah, this is a type of limestone column, actually. Correction. You can see this cool, like, limestone vein thing right there. Other little bits of things in there. There's some fossils in this one. Marine biology sticking out of this one. Right here. It's gonna be hard to capture that. I apologize. Got the little bit of marine biology sticking out there. Got looks like a crystallized part where a shell used to be. So these were pretty nice columns at one time. Now they're just here destroyed. Kind of hoping to find a stamper in here. That's probably not going to happen, as I keep saying now. Oh well. Yeah, this was tooled and cut down like this. This is a piece of limestone or various stone. Oh, that's cool. Hang on. I think I might be grabbing this piece out of here. Like a ninja. If I can even get out of here. Huh. So unfortunately, I destroyed this one. More of this limestone foundation with the red brick built upon it. Real shame. I wonder why they took this building down. They seem to be doing a lot of that lately in the Kansas City area. Just destroying these. Real shame. But they did repurpose this and re-industrialize it, it looks like, at one point, because that's what's left of it. Definitely an older foundation with red brick with some repurposing going on. The usual fossil ferrous limestone, the shell sticking out. Looks like a destroyed shell right there. Here we have a newer addition down hiding in here. This is the type of dumb shit we do. Cinder blocks, iron it, rust the fuck away. Just all this newer shit doesn't hold up for fuck, does it? Yeah, it's all rusting away. This is clearly a newer infrastructure here, architecture, and it's not holding up at all, of course. Man, I'm really wishing there was a stamper hiding in here. But again, this is the type of dumb shit we do. So yeah, really, that's it. So that's this structure gone. Well, looks like they've done some renovation work in there, or added onto it. Looks like a combination of old and new. Go ahead and get this wall one last time and call this one done. I don't think there's any stampers here, but I will go ahead and pick up that red, what looks like red molded clay piece, a red brick piece. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, because why the fuck not? Yeah, there's no stampers in here. Apologies for the music if it's picking up. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I want her to get done with this. I want to hurry up and pack this up and go. I'm getting hungry and I want to get home. But yeah, just another old Wooler destroyed. With the limestone foundation. If I could carry out some of those column pieces, I probably would. I don't see anything more ornate that can be carried out of here. Everything's pretty destroyed. I did manage to find this one piece though. So yeah, there's this location. I guess I'm gonna end it there. But I'm gonna grab this piece. About tripped. But I do want this. So I guess with that, I'm gonna end this video. On my way home, I just decided to stop and document this limestone bridge, as it is on the way home anyway, so I figured might as well go on ahead and stop and record it. Apologies for the road noise. I'm right next to Truman. And here we have your natural raw limestone. Call it what you will, write it off all you want. It's a physical, tangible material and it's right there looking at you. It's not melt. Because I already know the direction people are trying to go with this. They're going to assume it's some form of fucking melted infrastructure. It's not. This is exactly what it looks like. It's geology, boys and girls. And I think the flood and plasma created this layer of limestone here. I'll probably poke around and get a little closer later. But I just want to cover this bridge. Another limestone masterpiece. Of course, there's a lot of cars driving by as I'm standing right on the side of Truman Road. But here we have another limestone masterpiece. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause this until I get to the other side. I've made it to the other side. Let's cover this side now. Is this like a piezoelectric bridge? Pardon the graffiti. That's the type of dumb shit we do. We got some Moro hiding over there. You know, it seems we have some of the limestone infrastructure that has been rendered up with cement sticking out of the wall over here. As you can see, they put a crappy, ugly cement on it, covered up covered up with a render of cement. The type of dumb shit we do. So yeah, there's this wall real quickly. And there's more natural raw limestone sitting off over there next to this infrastructure. This bridge. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it until I can get to this limestone over here. Wouldn't you know it, as I was walking back to the other side, I saw this limestone sticking out right here. And wouldn't you know it, there's another big shell. You just can't make this shit up, can you? Another big shell. Look at that shell in there, boys and girls. All right, I'm gonna get to the actual spot. Over there appears to be more limestone, proving this place was flooded once, at least in my humble opinion. There's that limestone over there. And I made it closer to this limestone material here. Write it off, call it whatever the fuck you want. It's tangible, it's physical, it's here, it's not a lie, and it's not melt. And yet again, look what I find. Another big shell sticking out. Another big shell sticking out. Another big shell sticking out. More shells and fossils sticking out. You seriously just can't make this shit up, can you? Oh boy, look at this awesome stuff. There's more shells right here. This whole piece right here. Sorry, the sun's not working with me right now. There's more shells right here. As you can see, there's more shells. And what the hell do you think that is? Some magical fucking happening of a melted event? A meltdown of some sort created that? More shells sticking out. God, the shells are thick in this stuff, boy. More shells. And this fell right out of this limestone wall. So let's get closer to the limestone up here. And see what we see. Yes, I paused it because being close to the highway was not working, because I swear to God, every time I start recording, the loudest obnoxious fucking vehicles in the world drive by. So I went ahead and moved from over there to over here. Here we got more of the limestone deteriorating and spalling and cracking. And yes, there's a little shell sticking out right here. Let's see if we can't pull that out of the wall. And there's the evidence of the limestone and the shells and fossils over here. As I've been saying, don't need it, I have plenty at home. And here's a bigger shell that's deteriorated sticking out right here. A bunch of shells sticking out right here. I'm gonna pull that out here in a second. There's that shell sticking out. You should see it. It's got some of the material covering it still, but there's a shell sticking out. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't do this for 15 fucking years looking for shells in this material. This isn't melted infrastructure. You don't have to agree with the science or what they say about it, because I don't either. But it's self-evident that this is a tangible physical material, and there's fossils and shells and crystals in it. There's a big shell sticking out right here. See that big shell sticking out? What's left of it? They're never always perfectly preserved, so I don't know why people expect to see that. There's a piece of a shell. Left its indentation in this piece as it broke. So let's continue on and call this one done. Oh, there's more shells sticking out over here. Yeah, I've already beat this like a dead horse. There's just shells and all this stuff. Fragments, pieces, whatever you want to call it, it's in here. And I know what a shell looks like, so, oh, look at that. As I'm going off again. Another shell. Another shell. Big remains of another shell. I mean, this stuff is just everywhere in this material. This mythical unicorn material that can't exist. Look at some sort of melt maybe there. There's another shell sticking out right here. Deteriorated and weathered. And there's more shells sticking out right here. There's another one right here. Oh, it's melted infrastructure. No, the fuck, it's not. Boy, look at that pretty shell. Again, I don't need any of this. I got plenty at home. There's the remains of a shell sticking out of here. Well, that looks like a cool one to grab. I'm gonna put that right there. Look at these shells sticking out. Yeah, it's not a lie. There it is. Now, is it millions of years old and all this other bullshit? No, I'm not saying that. So I hope people will stop thinking that. Look at the shell sticking out right here. I think this one I might be able to... Oh, this one's gonna come out for me. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't make it up. Look at that pretty one. This one's coming home. Real-time find, boys and girls. I used to do this stuff for quite a few years of my life, looking for fossilized shells like this in this limestone. But yeah, this one's going home with me. That one fits right in my pocket. There's more evidence of shells here. Up here. There was a big one here that fell out. But yeah, shells for days. And this supposed alleged material that just for some reason can't exist because everything's a lie. Yeah, they lied about how this stuff was formed. I don't agree on how this stuff was formed or how long it took. So please don't take it that way. Like I said, I think this limestone layer was created when the last flood event happened and the plasma came through here. Which I generously said a couple thousand years. There's more shells down here. Well, that's gonna come out too. Another shell. Well, I might as well go and pocket that one too. Add it to my collection. Look at this piece of limestone. Oh, there's a nice shell sticking out. I wonder if I could break that off there and bring that home. Oh, it fell off. Where'd it go? There we go. Look at that. I'll bring this home and clean it up better. Add that shell to my collection. But yeah, this whole limestone magical unicorn fart material here, supposedly, allegedly, is very much here and is very much filled with shells and marine biology. I don't give a fuck how the narrative spins it and how they say it happened, because again, I don't agree with that. So I really wish people would stop taking it that way, if they are. Bunch more shells sticking out. Straight up in the material itself. Here's a big shell with crystals in it sticking out. I do apologize for this video. It's gonna be super long. More shells. More shells. Yeah, I can point these things out all day long. I know what I'm talking about and what I'm looking at. There's no fucking mystery here. Some fucking contrived, nonsensical mystery. You don't have to like my wording. You can think I'm being mean all you want, but the evidence is there slapping you across the face all the time. This isn't a... The material is not a lie, but the narrative is. The academic narrative is a lie, because I don't agree with that. But this material clearly does exist, and it's clearly here staring at us in the fucking face. There's a shell sticking out. So with that, I think I'm gonna get out of here, because there's no reason to keep poking around here. I'll be here all day pointing this shit out. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one done and head home. So, yeah.